You happy? Annie, over to you, lady.
I, Dunky, thank you everybody and hello. I would just like to start by saying my whole background is psychology, and then I changed from 204 into the emotional intelligence field, meaning that I really studied the science of emotions. And that's my link now to dentists and the hygiene people is your patient arrives and with lots of emotions, mainly fear and uncertainty and stuff. So I can identify with you because I love my dentist, and I always say to him, and then I mention his name and I say, I'm here and I trust you and I know you're going to do the right thing, so that I can actually, for that while, empower him with great emotions, because I know the power of feelings. So that's my background. It's a science. Feelings is a science. It's the reality as the screen I'm looking at, and it talks to our bodies from our heads to our toes. So what I thought of today in my 5 minutes, and I've got my timer on there, I have discovered that my relationship with myself suffered a lot in the beginning of the lockdown. I started off like everybody, yes, it's great, now we will make it, and I was optimistic and we will do all the things, and you bought the right things and were prepared. And then slowly but surely the frustration kicked in, and anger, and lots of disappointments with what's happening, the cancellations, and you can't coach this person because this and this and this, and the rules. And I started not liking myself. And I'm going to be honest with you, I got so far as to, I actually I almost hated myself. And in the evenings, I would look at myself after I've brushed my teeth and I think, Annie, all these things about emotions at the moment, your own emotions are harming your well-being. You must get back to self-love. Accept the situation and accept the fact and actually praise yourself that you are coping with all the sudden cancellations. I mean, I had 10 workshops that same month, from that 26th of March till that April one, live ones, because I'm in team building and emotional intelligence building teams. That was just like zap, 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 zap. No, 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 sorry, sorry. And suddenly all my prep has been done, case studies been researched, and I found that I was not dealing well with my disappointment. So here are my tips that I invested in to get back up there again, where I could feel I can now look at people and say, yes, we're not out of it yet, but I'm healthy, I'm fine again, and I've invested in my self-worth again. Because face it, we've had lots of our time with ourselves. And okay, my children are married, so my home, it was just my partner and me. And it's easy for a man, I think, because he just disappeared to the man cave. And I was just like, I'm not really a cook, so I didn't love my kitchen. But suddenly I'm with me. And I thought, okay, I'm going to invest in my spiritual strength. How strong am I spiritually? Because we are, first and foremost, a spiritual being. And I spent much more time in reading the word. I'm a Christian believer, and also meditating on scriptures that tell me that I can conquer all this. And then I looked at my emotional wellness. Am I really emotionally, and do I help people enough, like phoning enough, sending the right email enough, and feeling that I mean something? So that brought me to my meaningfulness, because I feel I live with my destiny, and I invested in phoning the right people and make sure in the evenings I've said the right things that could make people feel better. Then, of course, I was concentrating on the four most important parts in the primary relationship with myself was also then intellectual. So we had all this time. Although my prep was done, I really invested in time, at least 2 hours a day, in enriching myself with more knowledge on the brain and stress, and then the connection with my heart. How real is it? And I've read Stanford studies in Columbia and Boston, and I realized it is a science that can actually change our lives, and we can become miracle workers if we really invest in ourselves spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, and start valuing our self-worth with new eyes. And then the fourth aspect is the physical well-being. I am a Pilates instructor, and of course I couldn't go. And what's fun in doing it alone, you know? So I would roll open the mat and I would put on the YouTube, and I think, oh, this is not fun, you know? So I just thought, okay, I'm going to sleep more, but I will do my stretches. And I would, before evening time, and this is a valuable tip I'm giving all of you, is to do some back extension stretches before you go to sleep at night, which is just the one where you lie on your stomach, straight body, and your nose flat on the carpet, your head, neck, and chest all in line, and then just lift backwards, you know, like this, a few times, say 10, 15 times. It's just so good for the back stretch. And then I invested in those four aspects and embraced my inner hero again, to say to myself, listen, Annie, you're doing fine, you know, dealing with all these disappointments. And yeah, I hope the few four tips I gave you is that's what I invested in. And suddenly the work started streaming in again. Yes, it's Zoom, it's webinars. It's not as nice. I can't use all my props and run around from group to group, but the work is coming in again because I have found myself again in this time, and also my own worth, and said to myself, we cannot lose ourselves in this time. So I see there's 1.5 minutes for questions, Elmarie.
Yes, but Zoom says we've got 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I'd like I'm pretty strict on it.